rain, sirens. Oh yeah, day off. We're gonna see the horror movie called The Nun 2 Part 2, and the settings, how I walk up to the theater, it's just perfect. Choices seems to be limited a little bit, or I watch The Nun Part 2, or I go for probably Korean movie called Past Life. Yeah, or I should do two, both of them. Yeah, I should do that. The problem with The Nun is that I haven't seen the first part, and I understand it to be a spin-off from another series which I also haven't seen. But it doesn't matter, because if you are a good storyteller, I don't need to know about the other chapters. It should be a nice story with the beginning and the end. So I trust the creators. You know, it's middle of September, middle of the week as well. And as I walk along the trees, it's not just raining, but the dried, colored yellow leaves falling as well. It's like autumn, but this is September. September is not autumn yet, not in my calendar. Alright, maybe it's autumn already. Yeah, you can't deny too much evidence saying otherwise. But listen to me, there's so many things happen today. Must be some record. I've done tons of paperwork. I get done so many things, it's incredible. Okay, we are at the cinema, and I wanted to buy something totally else, but because of the movie, the horror movie, the setting is like a church, I believe. I just needed to have wine, red wine, for the movie. I always choose my things from the bar according to the movie, so it was red wine. Okay, I'm out of the cinema after two whole hours, or maybe a little bit more. But I don't think that the whole movie was this long. Probably the advertisements. I don't know. It feels like the ads are more and more and more every single time. But it's still not like Star Wars, where it was like an hour or something like that. So I choose The Nun 2 because I knew nothing about it, and I thought it's gonna be really trash. Like, I'm gonna laugh the whole way because it's so bad, you know, the special effects and the whole thing gonna be so bad. And no, quite the contrary. I absolutely loved it. I am from Eastern Europe, from Hungary, and my country was mentioned a couple of times. And even in the commercials, it was one of the movie trailer. I just noticed that they talking in my language. I was like, okay. And I was watching this movie, and what you see, I choose it for the settings as well, because it's very, I know it takes place in 1956 in France, but what you see there is basically, it's like Hungary is frozen in time, so you can find this sort of stuff at home as well, in my grandma's place. And same thing with the wine. I was very old the first time I bought wine in the shop, because everybody I know, they producing wine. Everyone has in the garden like a little vineyard, Yeah, for example, my grandma's weekend house, she was producing, I think, sometimes 6 liters and sometimes double of that amount every year. And the vineyard, what you have in the garden, it's so beautiful, and you don't really, you don't need much effort to you don't need to make much effort to keep it lovely. And yeah, we had our own wine, so that's what we drank. And in the very beginning, when I still thought that this movie is like so bad I'm gonna laugh the whole way, there's a movie with a priest and a kid. And I was a Boy Scout as well, yeah. So the kid went downstairs to get the wine, and basically the glass, it's a very round glass, it's basically the same size as him, as the kid. And it's like, if you look at it and like in the eyes of now this is year 2023, and if you look at it here, the risk assessment and health and safety, it's like the guy is on the step ladder, he's reaching out for something that is higher than him, and the way how he carries it, it's like, oh my god, okay, it's very 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 old, very dangerous, yeah. And then came a scene. It's the very beginning, so no spoilers. And obviously you know that it's a horror movie. This Nun 2, it's a horror movie. So there are ghosts and all the sort of stuff in it, or something else. Ooh. So this entity comes and plays, and in the very beginning, obviously you don't see the true face. So what happens is that the priest is upstairs doing his own thing, and the kid goes down to get the wine, and then there's a ceremony and then all that stuff. So the kid and the wine. So the kid comes down from the stepladder because he's placing the wine up on the shelves. No risk assessment, no health and safety, nothing like that. And there's a bowl. And obviously what I would say that, oh, I didn't leave the ball here, I would just like look at it and move it on the side and just go, that's it. And what happened here, that how the director instructed, how he composed the whole scene, I immediately know that I'm actually watching a real movie and this is gonna be very good. So the kid is coming down from the stepladder and looking at the ball. And obviously, you've seen this kind of scenes many times before. And obviously, you kick the ball, it's going to a shadowy corner of the room, and the entity, the ghost, the entity will kick it back, and so forth, and so on and so forth. But how they made this first scene, I knew immediately, oh my god, it were to come here. And basically I had the whole cinema for myself. There was one more guy, he looked like the main actor from The Sopranos. I don't think he paid any attention to the movie, but it doesn't really matter. It's like I felt the whole cinema is just for me. And this movie should have been played full house, definitely. But I think this movie premiered a couple of weeks ago. So that's it. I loved it. Every single scene, and they, you see the whole settings and everything is very foreign, very very different. It looks like a European art movie, but in the same time, that other screenwriters, they follow the American school. It means that everything will be repeated. They teach you everything. Nothing really comes as a surprise. No turn in the events will come to you as you struggle to understand what's going on. Here you understand everything perfectly. So So the screenwriters, they take good care of you to enjoy the movie and understand every single thing that is happening. And this is what I said when I was going there, and you know, I remember when I was walking along the trees when I was going to the cinema, it was raining, and it's raining right now. You don't really see much because the mobile phone camera lights up the whole thing, but it's quite dark now. I should head home, but I need to buy some stuff as well. It's a very good movie. I loved it. Yes, it was very good, and the casting was just so perfect. I think this is the hardest thing, you know, to cast a movie with lots of actors and actresses with very little or no credit to their names, and they did a wonderful job. Thank you.